Welcome to the YCS breakdown of this is a tier 0 format based on statistics, right? Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Carlancho made some amazing graphics we're going to be using here, so of course I'll have a link down below for them. So your top 32 breakdown, 26 Ishizu tier elements variants. Anybody surprised about this? I've been hearing discussion with people like, oh, you know, the 75% that you talked about yesterday was nothing wrong, but you don't go down, I promise you. I mean, it went up, actually. I mean, are you surprised about this? We had 3 Sprite decks in Top Cut, which we had 1 Pure and then 2 Bysteel Sprites. You can definitely tell that the former here, Sprite was like the massive powerhouse last format. You add those Ishizu cards in, you tip the scales so hard. And then we had 3 Flaunderies decks in Top Cut. You know, I'm going to clap for Flaunder. Alright, as long as you're a good player and everything goes smooth, I think that's going to be the best thing that you can do playing Flunder this format right now to have success with. So good stuff. As we tip the scales on into top 16 here, we're now at 88% for the Top Cut. The conversion just got a whole lot worse, actually. We're down to 14 Ishizu tier elements decks. I'm actually kind of happy that Konami did stick with the Ishizu tier elements name. I actually figured that they would butcher the name of that and call it like fairy tier elements or something like that, but they stuck to it, so good stuff on them. We also had 1 Bysteel Sprite, so 2 of your Sprite variants got knocked off the face of the planet here. And then we had 1 lone Flaunderies deck left in your top 16. 4 of your rogue competitors got chomped off the block here. And as you can see, like, in terms of your scaling here, once again, for power, Ishizu tier elements tips the scale massively, showing us that that powerhouse engine is doing so much work here. Now, as we proceed into top 8 here, it gets even worse, actually. The Flaunderies player got knocked out. You are now at 87% of a conversion rate. That's so amazing. And then the lone Bysteel Sprite player holds on for dear life in top 8, definitely showing us that, you know, the deck can still function, it can still do something. It's just once again got an uphill battle that it really needs to perform with here. And the rest of top 8, as you can see here, the Sprite deck actually advances into top 4, losing out to Jesse Cotton. And then we had top 4 was Dakota Angela, if you guys remember Cody from being the previous national champion for a while, losing out to Hani. And then we see Hani versus Jesse tier finals here. And Abyss Dweller is a card, man. Like, I would tell you, out of this weekend, I heard so many stories about Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller's like amazing, you know, like Abyss Dweller just wins me the game. If you can get to Abyss Dweller in that matchup, you pretty much lock things down in amazing ways. I mean, ain't no hand trap's gonna stop you. That's just how it is right now, all right? Nobody wants to focus. An Imperm can stop a good old Dweller, but, I mean, if you're not playing it, I really can't do anything. So, definitely, wow, man. It took 1 Sprite player to make it in, but, like, oof, just the conversion rate for this event is scary. Like, this is what you're going to be dealing with for a little while here. And maybe I'll make another video talking about, like, maybe, you know, the thoughts of an emergency ban list. You know, could we see something like that? I don't know, but we're going to pass on over so you'll get a chance to take a look at some of the deck list here out of this weekend. Check the description, I'll have the original sources for these, but we have the Attack of the Giant card winner here, which was Simon here, playing, you guessed it, why would you not play tier, right? Ishizu tier elements. We only played 1 Agito. That was something that we were definitely seeing out of this past weekend. Kind of stick around and do a lot more work. I see we're playing the Beatrice instead of Wolo. That's definitely very interesting. I like that. We're only playing 2 Scream, which I think is fine. And then, honestly, just looking at the rest of this deck, this feels pretty standardized. The Bysteel package is extended out a little bit further than a lot of your other builds. And we also have Twin Twister in here. Haven't seen Twin Twister show up in a hot second, but Definitely one of the cooler tech options, it looks like here. And then, of course, good old volcanic scatter shot for time. Don't you love to see it? And I also see that we are taking advantage of Scythe and Friends as well for this format. So good stuff on that. All right, not really surprised. Top 32 here. We have Mystic Mine tier elements. Now, this is actually kind of interesting. We are actually main decking the double or nothing. I technically, if you can time it right and snipe the game from your opponent, that's good. I mean, plus you're going to be forcing your opponent to slow down the pace of the game here with, Mystic Mine while doing your combo lines. That's actually interesting. Now, the Ishizu package in this particular build is actually pretty reduced. We are really just on 2-2-2-1, I guess, if you want to focus on less bricks, but they are all also once per turn, so, I mean, just having more of them, I guess, alleviates less dead draws, but this is definitely feeling like a little bit more of an interesting combination of card choices for this list. So this is actually, I'll take this. This is pretty nice. Next up here was top 8. Now, this is going to feel way more standardized for you, but you're going to notice something interesting. No Agito. No point. All right, we're playing the Keldo and the Mudora in here, and we are focusing on the only one Kelbeck, which is interesting. If you already had the tier core, I guess less money you technically need to spend on that. Your spell lineup has been dramatically reduced, and we're also playing Ghost Spells in here. Ghost Spell and the dragons, or the Bysteel, are the only hand traps that this particular build really cares about. And then, of course, on the side deck, you got the Ghost Reapers, you got gain some life points and punish the opponent. And then, of course, we have the extra Heart and an extra Scream down there, too. 2 Scream definitely rounding things out to be a lot more acceptable, I feel like, which is actually kind of nice overall. And then, of course, the fact you have access to Skill Drain just makes this deck even more disgusting. Next up was the 3rd place Sprite deck. Congratulations for making it this far. Konami blog posted up the top 4 deck list, so that's where these are from. So we have Skullmeisters in the main deck, which is actually really nice. Your Bysteel package is fully extended. 3, 3, and 2 for these. You have to have them. You have to be able to get to those cards to play the game. It's just an unfortunate side effect of the format right now that you have to rely on these cards in order to capitalize and play the game. And of course, having access to Dimension Shifter will just give you free W's. It's very sad to say this is the scaling that this deck has to go to. You have to hand trap so hard out of your mind, and then you still have to have a good game plan in order to recover. So yeah, the good thing with Sprite is 2 cards, one good card gets you full combo, and you should be able to play through with that. So kudos for that. Next up here was 2nd place. Oh boy. So we are on triple Agito, triple Kelbeck, basically 3 of everything, which is really nice. I see that we are playing the Herald of Orange Light, so this is absolutely insane. Herald of Orange Light with any one of those gives you the chance to play the game during your opponent's turn, and then you can stop one of their critical effects. So basically being able to burn one of the mill 5s after negating an important effect of your opponent's. Okay, free chicken tendies. We have 2 Magna Nuts, 1 Siren Air, and then triple Druid's Worm for this. And then we're focusing on 2 Scream. I think 2 Scream became the number after this weekend, for sure. No Beatrice in this deck, but we are playing triple of the Skullmark Ladybug in the side deck. So we're definitely upping that count for, good old time manipulation, just so you can get the chance to set up and do what you need to do. So good stuff overall. I'm very happy to see Jesse perform really well with this deck. And the last list here is, once again, Hani coming out here with 1st place with the triple Agito, or excuse me, the 1 Agito in the main deck. You once again saw that trend from last week sticking to. We have triple Kelbeck, your triple Keldo, and triple Mudora. And then we are playing good old Diviner of the Herald as a 2 of, actually. Free dumps to send your good stuff along the way. Getting the ability to revive it with the Elf during the opponent's turn for the additional plays. Definitely lots of crazy lines of play with this deck. So overall, final thoughts on this YCS. I will say that looking at this is definitely a player format, but it's not new player friendly, and I think that's going to detour quite a lot of people from wanting to play this format, but if you're a highly competitive player and you love intricate gameplay, this is definitely the format for you. So what do you guys think? Please comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.